Hey guys, welcome to my channel Elite Wrestling World. My name is GhostSaad. Thank you guys for joining me right here on AEW Dynamite post-show review. Dynamite was excellent show tonight. We are just 3 days ways from Full Gear pay-per-view, which is going to be a fantastic event. We start off with Don Callis family versus Will Ospreay, Ricochet, Powerhouse Hobbs and Mark Davis, brawling around the ring, with Full Gear rivals Ospreay and Fletcher squaring off. Archer catches up to Powerhouse there and pins his leg in the ring steps right before Cage throws Ospreay into the steps. Cage and Archer in to return the double team favor. Will hitting a Spanish fly, but when he goes for hidden blade, Fletcher pulls in Davis to take it. Fletcher dives onto Ospreay outside, leaving Davis alone to take a knee from Konosuke. The Callis family wins via pinfall on Mark Davis. Death Rider's in a dark corner for a promo. Jon Moxley puts over Orange Cassidy. He may leave Full Gear with his mind intact, but his Aunt Darby body is still up for grabs. Renee is waiting for the Hurt Syndicate, as MVP has promised us some news. MVP tells us that Bobby Lashley will be in action tonight, but before we can get more information, Swerve Strickland flies in and hits Lashley in the head with a chain-wrapped fist. It's story time with Adam Cole, baby. He wishes he could say he was gonna get his hands on MJF this Saturday. Before Cole can say any more, Kyle O'Reilly is out. O'Reilly says that 14 years ago they had one of their first matches right here in Reading, PA. Cole is dragging his friends into his fight. Roddy barely got out of his match last week. Cole starts to say Strong is ready, but Carl says MJF is probably 3 steps ahead of them. Cole needs to realize that people want to help Cole because he's a leader. MJF is an evil, and Cole should be glad he's nothing like that. O'Reilly walks off and leaves Cole speechless. Next is Kris Statlander versus Shida. Shida is able to reverse a submission. Stat powerslams Shida before putting her in the corner for a pair of running knees. They go back and forth, then an inverted pile driver get the win. Kris Statlander defeated Hikaru Shida via pinfall. Mercedes and Camille are out. Camille stares at both women before swinging on Stat. Shida hits her with a question mark kick. Stat hit Wednesday Night Fever and posed with the belt. Next is Bobby Lashley in action. Cheeseburger eats a spear. Keys runs in and gets grabbed up. Both men slammed down by Lashley. Keys gets put down and lined up. Spear. Hurt Lock slapped on. He's out, and it's over. Bobby Lashley wins by referee stoppage. Swerve music hits, and Shelton heads to the tunnel. Swerve was hiding. He takes out Lashley with a chain, then hits the Swerve stomp. Strickland backflips to the apron and heads into the stands to celebrate. Next up is Darby versus Claudio. Head scissor takedown from Darby. Big Swiss carries him back to the ring in a vertical suplex position. Darby climbs for a coffin drop but stumbles, which allows Claudio to catch him in the corner. Claudio goes for a power bomb, but Allin turns it into a code red. Claudio's in the ring thinking he's won by countout, but of course Darby beats the count. Claudio quickly turns him inside out with a clothesline and that's that. Claudio defeated Darby Allin via pinfall. Tony welcomes Roddy to the stage. He mocks MJF for bringing up his past, because that's what everyone does. His upbringing taught him that he has to earn everything. He's going to end MJF at Full Gear. We see some footage of the Perry Garcia segment from Collision. They had Perry tied up in a chair with the lights from his scapegoat bus illuminating the field they have him in. Garcia just wants to wrestle and he has to deal with Perry's. He's nothing like him. Chris Jericho is fast-walking away from Tomohiro Ishii. He was apparently trying to avoid signing their contract for next week's. Jericho pretends he doesn't have a pen, but Big Tom has one. Big Bill and Brian Keith hit the ring to grab him. The conglomeration runs in the deal with the Learning Tree. Ishii puts down Jericho before signing and throwing the contract on Jericho's chest. Renee interviews Jamie Hayter about how Julia Hart's video interrupted her last week. Hayter is as confused as we are about why Hart cut her off. If Julia wants to talk to her, she should just end she's cut off again. This week's video features Hart practicing archery while Brody King says she's been reborn, and now it's time to rebuild. It's main event time on Dynamite. Orange Cassidy versus Wheeler Yuta. Cassidy in the corner as soon as the bell sounds. Ock recovers, they roll for a bit, and Cassidy gets to with a seat belt. They battle on the apron, Cassidy loses and gets DDT. He lines up for the orange punch, but Wheeler counters and drops Cassidy. Yuta evades another orange punch, then drops Cassidy on his neck with a pile driver variant. Yuta shoves referee Bryce before going to get a chair. His swing misses, Orange stacks him up, and that's the match. Orange Cassidy death, Wheeler Yuta via pinfall. PAC arrives to take Cassidy out. The other riders hit the ring to stomp Orange down as Moxley strolls to the ring with duct tape. He hands it to Pac, who tapes OC's hands into his pockets. Cassidy fires off his signature kicks at Moxley in defiance, but there's no help coming. The Death Riders roll out and exit through the crowd, leaving Orange down in the ring. Cassidy gets to the ropes and pulls himself up to stare out at Moxley as he puts his sunglasses on, raises his hands. That's the show, folks. Please guys like and share this video, subscribe to my channel and keep watching Elite Wrestling World.